They say he stirs his coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of his coffee at the molecular level. And they're right. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, mushroom coffee. Nice. Just the way I like it. A little bit of cream, a little bit of honey. Absolutely perfect. I think this is my maybe 7th day on mushroom coffee. I drink it like a week at a time, and then I go back to regular coffee. Probably I'll finish up this bag of Dave's coffee from Rhode Island, most likely. That was a gift from Pete Hammond. That was good. And then I still have my roasted Ethiopian that I mixed with some decaf, so I'm not getting the buzz, the caffeine buzz that I usually get. And I'm trying to, I want the wake up, but not the buzz, if that makes any sense. If she dresses sexier for the office party or girls' night out than she does for you, you're already screwed. Thank me later. Those are gifts to you. If you ignore the gifts, then you might be stupider than your father thought you were. If she's not sending you alluring pictures, who is she sending them to, gentlemen? Ladies, and you know that's true, send your man some nice pictures. He appreciates that. Men are visual. Maybe you don't need to be told that, but I thought I would just remind you. MNGA. Make normal great again. 2020 is the year that you purge weirdos, freaks, deviants, and perverts from your life. I know it's a big task for many of you, but just try it. At least just try it. And that includes following the weirdos, freaks, deviants, and perverts on social media. Unplug. The unplugged life. It's great. But many of you know you have to stay plugged in order to make a living. And that's where the challenge is. Doing is always greater than announcing. Or let me say this, doing it is always greater than announcing it. There are more movie trailers made out there than there are movies. Time tells everything. Everything. Time is such a beautiful thing. It's very precious, isn't it? Because you can't get it back. You can make money, but you can't make time. But time is so important because it tells everything. People's wackiness, their independent streaks, troublemaking propensity, and laser-focused loyalty or lack of all come out in time. Rush, nothing. Nothing. Accelerate, nothing except making money. Nothing is urgent, especially your collaborations or unions with people. Slow down, bucko. One thing that Twitter clown world has taught me is that people can turn on you so fast. You need to slow it on down. People need to prove themselves. Time will tell everything. I was reminded on Facebook when they bring out those memories that I used to do voiceover quite often, professionally. Someone had written, I had the opportunity to watch George Bruno do a voiceover. It was interesting to watch it being done. He is so professional and can change his voice at will. Yes, when I was doing that professionally, my voice was the tool of my trade. And it was fun. Patience. Pure patience. If you see a man like this, You don't see instant gratification. This guy thinks before he speaks, expects nothing fast, has long-term goals he quietly chips away at, and he paces himself. That's what beards like this say about a man. How strange is it when you look at the temperature outside and it says 21 degrees and you think to yourself, thank God it's finally getting warmer. I am not eating any bread in carnuary at all. No bread. However, let me ask you a question about bread. Who makes the best bread in your area? For me, it's Corpalese Bakery in Philadelphia. I actually love their bread, their crusty bread. Just their basic loaf of Italian bread is phenomenal. Incredible. Who makes the best bread in your area? I'd like to see, put your answers down below. You must be a parking ticket because you have fine written all over you. Don't ever use that pickup line, ever. If I hear about you using that, you're in trouble. The boogeyman doesn't have horns and a tail, like many think. Freud said, our dreams represent our fears and wishes. So let me ask you, what have you feared or wished for recently? Ponder this. There's a whole new group of men on Twitter this week who heard for the first time, she's not yours, it's just your turn. Now we have to put up with a whole new class of parrots who in about 2 weeks will be attack dogs, quoting everything that certain authors say as if it was from the mouth of God. Foolishness comes in 2-week cycles. Drama propensity. In other words, how likely is a person to engage in drama? It's probably one of the single most important aspects to vet, to check for success of a relationship, and especially a marriage. How prone is the person to drama and blowing things up bigger than what they should be? That right there, my friend, check for that. Check for that. Huge, very huge. She can't have sex or much sex with the husband that she can't respect. That's why she's having an affair with a man that she doesn't know well and doesn't know her well. Think about that. If you are and you got the wife who's working outside the house, number one, she doesn't respect you because you haven't manned up. It's time you man up and you're not leading the house. She's getting raises at work. She might even be making more money than you. It's time that you put the pedal to the metal and man up and not just think, yeah, I got a wife that makes more than me. No, this is not the insecurity department you're talking to. This is the man up department you are talking to. Hear me out, boys. Hear me out. Hear me out strong. Create desire in your woman. Now I'm going to say something that, God, sounds like one of the parrots. But I know it's not totally original. She believes that you need to be the man of the house, but she's not going to tell you that until it's too late. And what I want you to do is believe what she does, not what she says. That's actually general good advice for men and women. It's time to man up, boys. The thinner a woman's brows, the crazier she is. Have you heard that before? I've seen that. I've watched that on broadcasts and on YouTube where women with the pencil thin eyebrows, the arched eyebrows, are a little tougher to deal with. Let me just put it that way. Hardcore feminists are actually more reasonable than MGTOW guys and MRA guys who just gave up on life. No wonder women hate you. There's nothing to love, and you're so hateable. I'm proud of it. Alexa, play Let's Stay Together by Al Green. Let me see if your Alexa did that. Let me know down below. John Bertram Phillips was an English Bible scholar, a translator, author, and clergyman, most noted for the New Testament in modern English. I always loved his Romans 12:2, where he says, "Don't let the world squeeze you into its mold." Such great admonition for men and women. I do like strong, determined women. Yes, because it takes strength to not let this world strip you of your femininity, your virtue, and the character. And I just want you to know, me and other good men are behind you. Cheers to you. GB was my 2019 lifeline. My 26-year marriage ended in divorce. My church and pastor offered me silence, blank stares, and a blind eye. And a blind eye to deadly gossip. GB offered me gut-wrenching truth, daily encouragement, hope, laughter, and renewed faith. Sir, you are my 2020 trail boss. Onward and upward. Much respect. And that comes from Todd. Thank you, and you're welcome, Todd. That is why I do what I do. And one of the reasons why I do what I do is because I had to find my way at one time, and I didn't have a trail boss. I didn't have anyone. I didn't have the resources that many of you men have. And I had to work my way through some of my dark issues the hard way. Let's get real about one thing. Flip things around. I'm speaking at an event called the 22 Convention and the Patriarch Convention being held simultaneously at the end of April, early May. And there's a lot of craziness going around about the 22 Convention. And the subtitle of the convention is Make Women Great Again. I get it. However, there is a slight tongue-in-cheek aspect to it, and there's a slight serious part to it. Let's flip things around and see the absurdity of what's going on in the mainstream media and the new media. If there was a convention of women teaching men how to be better men, the media would praise it and call it brave and historic, wouldn't it? I guess the door does not swing both ways. If you want equality, there's your equality for you. And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you Monday morning on the Daybreak Show, the home of sanity, clarity, and reason.